I am Ashwati Hariharan. My topic is retail marketing research. So first we can go through the definition of retail marketing research, the systematic gathering, recording and analyzing of data about the problems relating to a marketing of goods and services. The marketing research is the function which links the customer and the public to the marketer to the information used to identify and define the marketing opportunities and the problems, generate, refine and evaluate the marketing actions, monitor marketing performance and improve understanding of marketing as a process. Next, we can discuss the typical application of marketing research. There are two types of applications. First one is strategic. Among the strategic areas, the marketing research applications would be demand forecasting, sales forecasting, segmentation studies, identifications of target markets for a given product, and positioning strategies identification. The next one is tactical. In the tactical application, we would have applications such as the product testing, pricing research, advertising research, promotional research, distribution and logistic related research. Some of the other applications of marketing research are, the first one is the product research. Apart from the product concept, the research helps to identify which alternative packaging is most preferred or what drives a consumer to buy a brand or the product category itself, and specify the satisfaction or dissatisfaction with the element of a product. These days, the service elements are important product features because the competition is bringing most product par with each other. For example, and product research would be to find out the reactions of the consumers to the manual cameras versus the automatic cameras. In addition to a specific likes or dislike for each product category, the brand preference within the category would form a part of the research. The objective may be to find out what type of cameras to launch and show strong the brand salience for the sponsor's brand is. The next one is advertising research. The two major categories under the research in advertising are the copy testing and the pricing research. The first one is copy testing. It includes the research into all aspects of advertising, the brand awareness, brand recall, copy recall at various time periods such as the after call, week after recall, the recall of the different parts of the advertisement such as the headline of the print ads, slogans for the TV ads, the star in the endorsement and so on. Other applications include testing the alternative ad copies. For a single ad, alternative layout. The layout is a way of all the elements of the advertisements are laid out in a print advertisement with the same copy, testing of the concepts or the storyboards. It's a storyboard is a scene by scene drawing of a TV commercial, which is like a rough version before the ad is actually shoot on the film of the TV commercial to test or the positive or negative reactions and many others. So the next one is a pricing research. The pricing is an important part of the marketing plan. In the late 19th in India, some interesting changes have been tried to the marketers of the various goods and services. Newer varieties of the discounting practices include the buyback exchange offers and the straight discount have been offered by many consumer durable manufacturers. Most FMCG manufacturers or the marketers of the toothpaste, toothbrush, toilet soap and the talcum powders have been offered a variety of the price offs or the premium based offers which affect the effective consumer price of a product. So the next one is the media research. The major category under this category is the research into the viewership of a specific television program on the various TV channels. There are specialized agencies like AC Nielsen Worldwide which offers the viewership data on the syndicated basis. To anyone who wants to buy the data. In India, both ORG, MARG and the IMRG offer the services. The research could be also focused on the print media and their leadership. Here again, the readership survey such as the National Readership Survey and the Indian Readership Survey provided the syndicated readership data. Next one is the distribution research. Most marketing research focuses on the consumer or the buyers. Sometimes this extends to the potential buyers or those who were buyer but have switched to other brands. But right now there is a renewed interest in the entire area of logistics, supply chain and the consumer service and the dealers of the location. This is because of the distribution research. Next, we are discussing on the objectives of the marketing research. The first one is to provide the basis for the proper planning. So the this one, the marketing and the sales forecast research provide the sound basis for the formulation of all marketing plans, policies, and the programs and the procedure. Next one is to reduce the marketing cost. The marketing research provide the ways and means to reduce the marketing cost like selling and advertisement and distribution, etc. The next one is to find out the new markets for the product. The marketing research aim at exploring the new markets for the product and maintaining the existing ones. Next one is to determine the proper price policy. The marketing research is considered helpful in the formulations of the proper price policy with the regard with the products. Next one is to study the detail in the likes and dislikes of the consumers, and to know the market competition, what are the competitors in the market, and analyze their methods of marketing. Next one is to study the external forces and their effect. So we can go through the marketing research process. So first one is define the problem or the opportunity. The most important part of the marketing research process is defining the problem. In order to do any research and collect the data, you have to know what you are trying to learn from the research. In marketing research, defining the problem you need to solve will determine what information you need and how you can get that information. This will be help your organization to clarify the overarching problem or opportunity, such as how to best address the loss of the market share or how to launch a new product to the specific demographic. Next one is develop your marketing research plan. After you have examined all potential causes of the problem and have used those questions to boil down exactly what you are trying to solve, it's a time to build this research plan. Your research plan can overwhelming to create because it can include any method that will be help you to answer the research problem or explore an opportunity identified in step 1. The next step is the collect the relevant data and the information. In marketing research, most of the data you collect will be quantitative, like the numbers or the data, and versus qualitative, which is descriptive or observational. Ideally, you will be get a mix of the two types of data. For example, you might run an A/B test on your website to see if a new pricing tier would bring a more business. In that research study, you might interview several customers about whether or not the new pricing tier would appeal to them. This way, you are receiving the hard data and the qualitative data that provide more color and insight. The next step is analyze the data and the report findings. Now that you have gathered all the information you need, it's a time for fun apart analyzing the data. Although one piece of the information or the data might jump out at you, it's important to look for the trend as opposed to a specific piece of information. As you are analyzing your data, don't try to find the pattern based on your assumption prior to collection of data. The next one is put your research into action. Your research is complete. It's time to present your findings and take action. Start developing your marketing strategies and campaigns. Put your findings to the test and get going. The biggest takeaway here is that although this round of research is complete, it's not over. The problems, the business environment, and trends are constantly changing, which means that your research is never over. The trends you discovered through your research are evolving. You should be analyzing your data on a regular basis to see where you can improve. The more you know about your buyers, persons, industry, and the company, the more successful your marketing efforts and the company will be. When you look at it that way, you should start to wonder why so many organizations don't budget time and resource for marketing research. So these are the 5 steps included in the marketing research process. Next, we are discussing the features of marketing research. First one is intensive study. It involves systematic and intensive study of a marketing problem. The planned process. We have planned procedures of the investigations and analysis. Orderly investigation. The procedure of marketing research has clearly defined steps in the proper sequence or order. The scientific approach. The marketing research adopts scientific method and the objectivity in a solution of a marketing problem. The last one is a decision tool. The marketing research is a tool for decision making and control in the marketing of a goods. Next, we can discuss the different functions of a retail market research. The emergence of buyer's market requires continuous need of marketing research to identify the consumer's needs and ensure their satisfaction. The ever-expanding markets require a large number of middlemen and intensive distribution. The marketing research could help to identify and solve the problem of middlemen and distribution. There is always a change in the market condition and the requirements of consumers. The market research enables to anticipate and meet any such changes. The marketing research can help bring out the prompt adjustment in the product design and packaging. It can also help to find out the effectiveness of pricing. It can help to find out the effectiveness of sales promotion and advertisement. It also helps to identify the strength and weakness of sales force, and the impact of economic and taxation policies on marketing could also know through the marketing research. Next, we can discuss the contributions of marketing research to the marketing programs of a firm are as follows. With the guidance of research, the product should be better suited to the demand and priced reasonably. The specific markets having the greatest sales potential could be identified. The research can help to identify the best sales appeal of the product, the best way of reaching the potential buyers, and the most suitable timing, promotion, etc. The research can also help to minimize the marketing cost by making the marketing efforts more efficient and effective. The research can also help find out the effectiveness of sales force management, such as the right selection procedure, effectiveness training program, scientific compensation schemes, and effective control mechanism. So I conclude my topic here. Thank you.